Greetings, my fellow eagles and the entire world. This is Eagle Emmanuel Mensah with inspirations and guidance from Eagle Helen Mensah in the unseen world, coming into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. Today is the 13th of August in the year 2024, and the Bible says this is the day the Lord has made. And for that matter, we should rejoice and be glad in it. And so I take this opportunity to invite the whole world to join me to give thanks to God for the day that He has granted unto us. And life in general, life is beautiful, life is wonderful, life is glorious. Life is God Himself, flowing through all things, including mankind. Today, I'm going to speak to you on the topic, your current or present life experiences are old news. I repeat, your current or your present life experiences are old news. They are pre-recorded and they are being played to you. One of the greatest things that men and women are terrified of is their present or current circumstances. Every man or woman is awakened to what he or she is experiencing momentarily. And so what we do is we concentrate on how to get these things out of our way right away. And so we tend to think and believe that if we take some actions, we can prevent that. Yes, we can prevent those things happening in our life momentarily. But we can only do that only with understanding. If you don't understand how the whole life is and how the whole universe operates, which we are part of, then you will more or less be doing something like pouring water on rocks. Nothing will happen except the water just slipping away. And so what we are doing here, as I explained yesterday, we are looking at the art of deliberate thinking, mastering the art of deliberate thinking. And so far as, or as much as we are awake and we are looking at things, all our five senses are active, or some of them. We get impressions, and the job of your mind is to think about whatever thing that the five senses fits it. And so how to think in the midst of challenges, in the midst of difficulties, or in such a way that you can create your future, a better future, but not repeating it is what we are doing here. And as I said, as a human being, you are a creator, and your life could be compared to the seeds that we sow. Human beings, by nature, we understand that there is a time delay between the time we will sow our seeds and then they germinated and going through the process to become a crop and then bear fruits. We understand that. And even if we take the shortest one, we understand that when we sow the seeds, there is a delay for the seed to shoot out before we can see it physically, at least, giving us hope that it is going to become what we would expect it to be. And that is how it is. We understand this. And we do this as part of our living, agriculture. But we are not conscious of the fact that we are at the same time mental farmers. We are everyday sowing. We are everyday sowing. And the seeds you are sowing are your thoughts. And the plot of land that you are sowing these seeds is your mind. And as you sow, there is a time delay for the seeds to germinate and for them to grow to become a reality, something that you feel in your experiences. And so, as a deliberate thinker, with this at the back of your mind, or to be a deliberate thinker is the one that understands this and uses it as his guidance or principle in choosing thoughts in times of challenges or in any current circumstances or situation. And so you are sowing the seeds will take a time for them to germinate. We understand that. Every human being understands this. But when it comes to life situations, when it comes to some of the situations that we go through it, then we throw it somewhere, and then we tend to think that something magical, something miraculous will happen. Yes, we can cause miracles, but the miracles can only happen only when we know and understand how things are done and operated in the universe. And so your life, what you are going through right now, is the manifestation of your thoughts in the past, and they are being played to you. And therefore, if we are looking at it as your problem, normally what we do is that we concentrate that we want to solve our problems. So someone says that I have this situation in my life, and I'm doing everything in my power to solve it. And what we are doing in our power to solve is to fret, to worry, to run helter-skelter, going from one end to the other, asking people, asking things, using things that we are solving this. But whilst we are doing all these things, we are full of fear. We are worried. We have anxiety. Negative emotions takes control of our life. You see, but we are not aware that how we are feeling is an indication of how our life will be in the future. So if you are facing a particular situation right now, and you are feeling terribly about that situation, then know that the situation is just going to increase because nothing is going to change. The universe responds to how you feel. And so as a deliberate thinker, you're supposed to look at this in light of this truth and then look for opposite thoughts and think about it. Or do not think about that thing at all, but look for something to engage yourself. Or even if you think about that thing, that particular situation, a problem momentarily, you do not want it, so you must deliberately think and daydream the opposite, which is what you want, and daydream about it in the midst of that situation. You have the power. That is why this is the only time that a human being needs willpower to do this, because you are changing your life circumstances. You are moving. You are writing the script of your movie that you will watch in the future. And therefore, you have to write it the way you want it. And if you don't write it that way, and then later on you come back to look at it and say, oh, this is not what I want. But as a matter of fact, you wrote it. And so the truth of the matter is that do not accept situations right now as it is, because they are old news. The problems you say you are solving, that they give you sleepless nights. People go to bed. They say they have challenges. They are going through this. They are going through that. And what they do is that they have sleepless nights. They wake up tired. They wake up broken. They can't do anything. Look, your life is not going to change. It is just going to be the old story. For you are cooking it. And that is what will be presented to you in the future. You see, so to be a deliberate thinker is to basically relate the thoughts you are thinking to how you are feeling. How are you feeling? Even if it is the greatest problem in this world that you are going through, look at it from how you are feeling and look for things that will suit you, that your feeling will reduce. There will be some relief from one level to the other until the point that you come to the center. That is gaining equilibrium, such that you are at equilibrium state, that you don't feel the pain, but you are always feeling a joy, happiness. And as you move into the happiness state, you recreate your life. So you are recreating your life, or you recreate your life in a positive way or in a negative way. And so to be a deliberate thinker is to be conscious of this fact that whatever you are going through right now is old news. It's old news. And therefore, if you are trying to solve it, that means you are fighting a losing battle. It is like someone who wants to stop a river flowing through his area. And what he's doing that he's busy putting up a wall to block the river. But the fact is that the source of the river is operating. And so even if you block the water will pile up behind the wall up to a point that it will overflow. And that is even going to cause commotion. Or you're actually going to cause flood behind the the wall, and the water will pass by the end of the wall, and then it comes to whatever you are preventing it from going to, you say. And so that is how our life is. Men and women are daily, all the time, busy their minds, or wasting their time and busy their minds, that they are solving their life challenges, they are solving their problems. And what they do is beating about the bush. I mean, accusing others, insulting people, blaming all the things, anything that they can get, that they are solving the problems. But that is not how to solve the problem. And so long as you are not thinking of a solution, then forget, you will not get a solution. And that is not how to solve a problem. You see, so a deliberate thinker is the one that knows the laws of being and obeys them. And the laws of the being is the one. You are the creator of your own realities. Number two, your thoughts are creative, and it is your thoughts that manifest into your life as your life experiences. Number three, therefore, if you don't want what you are seeing any moment in life, change it. The other aspect that we have to take into consideration is that there is nothing more important in our life as the present. There is no time. Past is a waste. There is nothing you can do about the past. The future, you don't know what is going to happen. You will only know what is going to happen only when you take control of the present. Your future will mirror what you are doing right now. Therefore, if you are filled with anger, if you are filled with pain, if you are filled with fear, that is what is going to happen in your life in the future. Therefore, the best way to prepare for the future is to be attentive to how you are feeling and change, regulate your thinking accordingly to what you want to experience in the future. So be a deliberate thinker. When challenges appear, we are supposed to look at them as the inputs that we need to create a better life. Therefore, we embrace them with an open heart, an open mind, and we deliberately create over the situation. The challenges helps us to know what we want. The situation helps us to know what we want. As a human being, whenever you fall into a situation, instinctively, without even using your words, there is something within you that makes you feel a certain situation that will be the opposite of what you are going through right now. That is you asking the universe. It is automatic. It is what we call, automatic. And it is emotion. It is emotion and it's vibrational experiences. And the moment you listen to this and adjust to this accordingly, but not what you are seeing, not what you are saying, others are saying, what other people are telling you, but you are only listening to how you are feeling based on what you are seeing and working on yourself to send out only positive vibration into the universe. Then you are a master. You become a master. You have control over your life. You see, so deliberate thinking is thinking what you want to think, regardless of what you are going through, regardless of the outer appearances. That is the truth. And as Wallace Wassel observed, to think what you want to think is to think the truth, regardless of the appearance, regardless of the outer appearances, or regardless of appearances. If you are poor, the fact is that the truth is that you are born rich, and your desire is to be rich. That is the truth. So do not think about poverty. Do not see yourself as poverty. Do not declare into your life that you are a poor person. You were born into a poor family. You were this and that and that. That is not what you want. That is not the truth. That is not the true nature of you. But it is just that you are going through life financial difficulties. Therefore, declare what you want. See yourself as a rich person. Daydream and create all the things that you want to do in this world. If you do this faithfully, with determination, you'll be guided, you'll be led to take the right actions, inspired actions, such that every bit of your daydream, every bit of your mental pictures will come true. This is a fact. And so if we don't want to go anything, if we want evidence, you can just take our life and see. All the prayers, all the ramblings, all the things that we've been doing all the time. We are solving it. We want the situation. What is the situation? What is the solution that we have ever achieved? But we can see people also walking and they are not doing these things and something happens in their life. Then, by the time they realize they come out of it even better. That is the difference. It is not what we say on the outer. It's not what is happening on the outer right now, momentarily, is what we're supposed to concentrate on, but what we want to create. Because what you are doing now is your future. What you are thinking, feeling now is your future. So always ask yourself, how am I feeling? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? This will be the mantra of you as a deliberate thinker. You say, and so we are supposed to rise up and take control of our minds and think the way we want to think. You have absolute control of your life. You have absolute control of your mind. If you begin to understand, if you seek this knowledge and understanding and apply them, you can recreate. You can recreate your life from a poor, sour, hopeless life to one of the beautiful and the greatest life in this world. If you have the power and the determination to do. You are a creator by default. You are a creator by nature. But you create through your thoughts. Your emotions are indications of what you are creating. You should know what your future holds for you by how you are feeling about whatever topic that you are thinking about. So joy, happiness is the only thing that we need to work ourselves in. Joy is happiness is the only thing that we need to work ourselves towards. The reason is that whatever any man or woman is doing on this earth or in his or her life, the motive for doing that thing is to feel good. If you're looking for a man or woman to marry, you want it because you want to feel good. The person's company will make you feel good. If you want money, you don't just want money for nothing. You want to feel good. You want to have things that will make you feel good. Good health, you want to feel good. So there is nothing in this world that is not in, or it's not in our life, or we are seeking it for any other reason but to feel good. And therefore, the only way to go about it is that to feel good and bring those things into our lives. Because if you don't feel good, you can't bring those things into your life. Because your thoughts and your feelings are the indications of what you are creating. And so, deliberate thinking in terms of difficulties, or as a way of solving a problem, is to think what you want to think, what you want to see in your life, regardless of what you are seeing right now. So your life situation, circumstances right now, they are old news. You created, it's like a movie that has been produced. They took the pictures from different areas, different angles, and piece them together, and then show it to you as a movie. Then you watch it and you think it is a real thing. That is how your life is. When things appears in your life, do not look at how it is, but look at how you thought in the past. And I know in Ghana, in the local languages, they say when you are running and you fall, you do not, go to where you fell, but you go to where you stumble. So the stumble is our thinking. If you want to change your life, then take control of your life. Take control of your mind. Guide your mind. Guide it in a way that it will do what you want it to do for you. And that is thinking over the current situation. That is the way you can change your life. That is the way you can, solve any problem. So do not go to bed with negative emotion. Do not go to bed with negative thought. Do not go to bed fretting that you are thinking of how to solve your problem. What people do is that they say they are thinking, but they are actually fretting. Thinking is simply controlling your mind and doing whatever you want. You're thinking whatever you are thinking with a reason of creating something beautiful in your life. Therefore, if you are thinking and you are full of fear, worry, sadness, all the negative emotions, then know that you are creating a bad life for yourself in the future. But when you are filled with positive energy, that is God flowing through you, and you are creating a beautiful and a wonderful life for yourself. Therefore, be a deliberate thinker and solve your problems mentally and emotionally. Let your feelings be your guide as a way of solving your problems. And before I sign off, I just want to let you use this example. We all know that sometimes when you are doing something and you are stuck, if you have the understanding and you leave that particular thing right now, and look for a music, look for something, even if it is football, suppose that is on TV, go and watch it and take your mind off that thing. And give yourself some minutes, some time. And then come back to that particular problem, situation. You realize that now that your mind has been freed, as soon as you sit down, new ideas begin to flow through you. Sometimes even whilst watching or doing the other activity, then they begin to flow through you. Why? Because at that time, you have released yourself and you are connected with the source of all wisdom and knowledge, and therefore they come to you effortlessly. And in the same way, if you have a rope and there is a knot on it, you can try. Sometimes you try it and it's like you are stuck on it. You are lacking ideas as to how to untie it. If you leave this now and just take your mind off, one day when you take it, it becomes so easily. Another way is sometimes you've misplaced something, and at that point you feel so perplexed. So you are looking for it every now and then, everywhere, but you can't find it. Leave it and just let it be. Whilst you are doing something not related to that thing, then you'll find that thing. You see, there are basic things in our life that we can use to prove to ourselves that to concentrate on a problem that is causing you negative feeling does not solve the problem. There are many things, even it has happened in your own life. So that is how life is. Life challenges cannot be solved by dwelling upon them in negativity, but we can only solve them only when we let them be, and then divine, the infinite intelligence through us with positive positive energy and direction, then we can solve them and work them out effortlessly. That is deliberate thinking, to think what you want to think in the face of all negative experiences, to think what you want to be, what you want to experience in the future, regardless of what you are going through right now. If you don't have the capacity to do this, don't forget, your life will continue to be that. It's just going to be a recycling of the old and regurgitation. That is my message for you. Now, may the overshadowing presence of God that keep the stars in the open such that they do not fall on us, that keeps the planets in their orbit such that they do not clash with one another, lead and guide you, open your mind, direct you such that you become awakened to this truth, that you become a deliberate thinker, regardless of what you are going through. You determine, you discipline yourself and determine to think only what you want to see in the future. And that is how the Bible says, let the weak say, I am strong. Thank you. And God bless you. Have a beautiful and a wonderful day.